What's up, everybody? All right, I'm overdoing it now, but I made like a lot of videos that I deleted about talking about Kiami and her Instagram live that she had made, or her Instagram video that she made. I don't think I could post it on here. Let me see if I can post it. Yeah, I might can. Can I? Yeah.
Love each other if we don't show each other how much we love each other, right? And I know I can only speak for myself. When I say I love, I mean it. I love hard. I love consistently. I love very, very thoroughly. And when I say that I love you, when I say I care, when I say I am there, I mean it. There's no strings attached. There's no hidden agenda. There's no hidden meaning behind what I'm saying. That's what it is. So I have definitely learned to, of course, use discernment and obviously pray for that. Because no, you're not necessarily wanting to be in the position to be taken advantage of, and that is not the goal here. However, the goal is to not necessarily always be so guarded because you're afraid and because you feel like you don't deserve it. Again, all those naysayers and all those people that were in your ear that told you that you weren't worth it, that told you that you didn't deserve it, that told you that you wouldn't be anything without them or without their support or whatever the case may be. And look at you, thriving, flourishing, blessed. So now our job and our obligation is to just pass that true love on to those that we know need it, that we know are in our corner, that we know that honestly and truly love us, and just take it for again, that raw love that it is. Not looking.
Alright, so that's the record. That's the screenshot that I had got of what she was saying. I just got anything that she was saying that was like everything that she was saying was so critical and key. So I just got anything, but this was a key point when she talked about how she felt or what she, talked about herself. Like, I have genuine love. When I love hard, because she was talking about genuine love the whole way. But when she talked about herself, that's what you really want to get, like how she is and what she feel about herself, and explaining to everyone how she is herself, the genuine love that come from her. And what she's saying is something that, I would say myself, that I've said before to people, and that people understand and know and experience already. And the thing is, raw love is what she was talking about, of just genuinely loving people, or whatever the case. It can recycle, and then we can have a better system to where everything gets better, as far as even going to work, because you have irate customers, irate managers, and it makes it difficult to work, and still maintain a love of genuine love that you have, because you meet all kinds of people, whatever the case, with all kinds of emotions and situations, and they throw it off on you and they rub off on you or whatever, pouring it all on you. You can go to work and not be the type person that listen to certain kind of music. You got the manager playing kind of music, or your manager could be the type of person with a certain type of character and you not like that, and they just always fussy or whatever the case, or arguing all the time, and you could naturally be the type of person that could advance to the position of a general manager and run things properly. But because you already got a manager and general manager that's the way they are, disrespectful, hateful, sizing you up, saying, hating you because you go better than them type stuff, and they already trying to find a way to fire you before you get to that point, by taking advantage of things you don't know or setting you up in certain kinds of ways. It's that disrespectful in America that people do that. You see it on lives and videos all the time, how people do shaky stuff that's disrespectful, out of turn. So what Kiami's talking about, in the whole nutshell, is that we don't be afraid to genuinely love people, because what we're trying to do is find each other. We need to find someone that has love, or people that have love. So we need it's like your circle is getting smaller and smaller, and you need more people, and you don't want to be alone and lonely. You don't want to be just trying to get by. You're tired of dealing with the people that you're dealing with around you. You want people that actually have love, because you have love, and you are light, and your light is getting put out slowly. You're tired of trick candling people and putting you out and then lighting back up and putting you out and lighting you back up because you are hurt people, nurse people, and they hurt every time they put the light out. But you not wanting to feed into that evil or that lovelessness, you end up kindling again, and people be feeling some kind of way, keep trying to blow you out because they want you to be like how they are, angry and evil and this and that and the third, because it convicts them. Hurt people, but we hurt people, nurse people. We don't see the same. You end up feeding into that way of life, and it becomes you, and you embrace it. So then you start thinking that way, and you start getting mad at people that don't think the way that you embraced, which is evil and not right. And so you start hating them and stuff. It start convicting you, and you don't want to you don't want to handle that conviction. You don't want to be pure hearted, pure minded, pure thoughted. So all of the stuff she's saying, just in a nutshell, just of love or whatever. And this has nothing to do with like intimacy or whatever the case. But Kiami is the type of person, just listening to her talk on the different lives that she was on and stuff that she be talking about. She's the type of person that I could be with, yo. I could be married to her and live her life up. I'm hiding right now. I'm hiding all of the importance that I am. Like, I am a political level type of person. I am a royal level type minded person. But people don't know that because I don't say something. Or I could be boring because I'm doing a lot of explaining to people about stuff instead of just talking about stuff, dialoguing. I'm explaining stuff. So it gets boring when you got a professor sitting here trying to explain stuff to you instead of just actually now we can communicate, because there's a lot that people need to learn. But when I go places, I talk to people that control people that have people lives in their hand. You know what I'm saying? They got to think for everybody. You know what I'm saying? People with different opinions and emotions. My truth, your truth. This, that, my fact, your fact. Like, all kinds of people with stupid kinds of thoughts and all this kind of stuff about my this, my that, your this, your that. All divisive and stuff. I talk to people that's over top of these people that govern these people's lives so that you can live day by day, to try to help them find better ways to keep the society at a balanced level or at a neutral level, even if they can't make it a good system. Try to keep that thing neutralized in some kind of way so that the people don't get out of hand with all their different opinions and emotions. Like, you got to be a mayor, vice mayor. You got to handle all these people with all these kinds of feelings, feeling all kinds of ways about this, that, and the third. LGBT, this, that, ladyboys, this, that, homosexuals, not homosexuals. People with all different walks of life that feel how they feel, get offensive of all kinds of things. Everybody is offended at something that somebody's saying in America. Anything you say is somebody can take offense to in America. So you got to be a leader over this and still make a system in a way for people to still function in a way with all of their opinions and emotions without complaining or making excuses about what you're doing in the system. That's the type of people I talk to. Not people that just, I see it this way. And I'm like, all right, well, you just, okay, fine. You know, you got to get away because my words are for higher people. And it's hard to say that to somebody that kind of don't look at you in that way, especially when you're dressing like them or looking like them. I'm just hiding right now. But Kiami is the type of person I can go the distance with. I need somebody I can really go the distance with. When I mean distance, like go and travel to different countries and talk to people of royal caliber. No matter our accent. But to be able, the words that come out of our mouth are words of healing and peace and balance or whatever the case. And certain things I can teach her. Because I would say that I've learned certain studies that I went through in life, or certain things that I learned and wisdom and this, that, and the third, beep, bop, boop. All the things that I gained in my life as far as experience was only to know how to live in the planet Earth, how to make a balanced system for all of the people in the world. So I set myself to learn that. You know what I'm saying? So my 36 years was spent learning how to, heal the world or whatever the case, and for lack of better terms, how to heal the world. So our conversation, though she's wise too, would be more of healing her. And she could heal me too, because it's like it can recycle. She still has a system inside of her of light. Like, she's old school like me, 35 and 36. So the system that she got inside of her is the same system that I got inside myself. So what I put inside of her, it'll come back to me. It's not like I'm dealing with some new cat or some millennial that, like, yo, y'all think different as crap. Like, y'all catfishing and this, and y'all all social media'd out. Like, I'm with somebody that come from where there was no computers. You know what I'm saying? There was no cell phones. You know what I'm saying? It was just the house phone. It was just the pages. I come from somebody that know what it's like to just live without all of this stuff. And if I could be with somebody like Kiami, I feel like that's it. Like we could grow. You know what I'm saying? We could grow. And in my love, I can put inside of her, and it can stretch and it can maintain. I did already talk about in the previous video that how I was polygynous and stuff like that, and that might be one of the things that could halt something like that. But if I carefully explained it to her, straight out of the Torah, biblical polygyny, how it's functioned, how the order of it is, like a man just, even a man could be polygynous or see things a polygynous way and still might not want to be polygynous. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever the case. He just know that it's something that is allowed, or something that the Most High lifts up for holy people, as regarding microeconomy and as far as assistance in your family, because it's looked at as if there's no government system to support you, which is what's happening. The unemployment system shutting down, all this stuff shutting down, so you're going to need one another. You're going to need polygyny. And it's not just a thing of just taking women like, oh, I'm going to be with this girl because she look good or her butt or some kind of stupid thing. You know what I'm saying? It could be even the wife that see a woman that could be an asset to the family in addition to the family business to support, or whatever the case, a helping hand or an extra hand, so that so much labor won't be on her, or so much burden won't be on her, or children, whatever the case. They can help with the children, help around the house, help with business or whatever, be an extra hand and different things like that. It's just that woman is also coming into the family to also add children to the family too. And by adding children, it adds numbers, it adds a wealth asset, it adds more, because with that comes education, educating the children, aspiration, and the children grow to learn more things. And when they learn more things, they add to you whatever it is that they learn. Like, you don't know how to do cars, but you can have a child that grow and learn how to be a mechanic and stuff like that. So now you got a child or a daughter or a son that know how to fix cars and stuff like that. And that's an addition to your family as far as assets go. So you don't really need to go out there and find a mechanic. Your child could do the mechanic work and then teach people to do the other brothers and sisters to do mechanical work or gardening work or this work or different kinds of things. That's what growing children, that's what having children is. They grow and learn different things, educational things, to add to the family so that you can have a microeconomy and you can stand up, okay, on your own feet. That's how the people that are rich or high or that run things in the world, that's what they do already. It's just that you look at it like it's wrong. Like in Japan, they call it a harem. In China, they call it a harem, I think. But it's called something. In the Islamic faith, you know what I'm saying, polygyny exists. Multiple wives exist. You know what I'm saying? In China, multiple wives exist in the royalty. Always in the royal areas where there's royalty, the people have more than one wife. You know what I'm saying? In Africa, everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Everywhere where there's royalty, there's more than one wife. Except where there's Anglosphere or the Roman culture, where the men hated women. They were homosexuals, so they didn't lift up polygyny as far as microeconomy goes. They did it themselves. Just a bunch of men loving each other, holding each other up, but using the women to birth children. You know what I'm saying? So it's just backwards, yo. So that's the one thing that would be a problem, I believe, with Kiami, that I would say would probably cause a halt in like us getting along or seeing eye to eye or being even in a relationship that can go the distance is polygyny. Because growing up in America, you know, we was taught certain kinds of ways, and we wasn't understanding different ways of life to see if there's some kind of, if this is something that the creator wants or allows, or there's a balance, or what is the wisdom of it. You know what I'm saying? We are taught emotions and feelings about things. When we are taught things, we taught about feelings and emotions, not the wisdom of something. So it would take a while. You know what I'm saying? And that would probably break a union. But all in all, that would be the only thing. Other than that, if I would explain in detail to her that, maybe not. But the thing is, love. And she's the type of person that definitely deserves love. She deserves my love. Like, I believe that my love is what can heal her. You know, having genuine love. There are other brothers out there too that could love her and care about her, but I don't think that they would match up to me because of who I am and what I know. And yes, it does matter what you know and stuff like that, you know. And what I can do, even though my body's breaking down internally because I got ran over by a car and then I got into another car accident, so my body's breaking down. You know what I'm saying? My vision is getting low. I'm breaking apart. My body's breaking apart. So with that, I still was able to find wisdom to plan around my body breaking apart and still be able to maintain um, a good family structure. So I found a plan for that already. You know, something that all men should think about. Like if something happened to you, you end up getting disabled or something. You can't bring in the income that you used to bring in or whatever. So what would you do? Type of stuff. You know. So all of these things of wisdom I know, and we can communicate about what will make her want to be interested in me, or what make provoke her to be interested in me. So that's the reason why I'm talking about Kiami so much. She's my third crush. The first one was Raven Simone since on the Bill Cosby show. Then it was Tina Majorino from Waterworld. That was my secret one, the one that I would never tell anybody about because people was like, "Oh, she white and all this," but still, she was my crush, second crush, and Kiami from Matilda. Everybody looking at Matilda because she got the power, but you ain't looking at Kiami with the newt for real. All she want is a newt. The whole show, she just like, all I want is a newt. Just give me the newt, and I'm trying to be the newt. I am the newt. I am a newt. I'll put it like that. I am a newt, and it's like I'm trying to like show her like, hey, look, it's me. I'm a newt. Do you want me or whatever? Like it's kind of like that thing, but also not just that. I know that I can heal her life, and I can lift her up. You know, I can advance her. I can get her in a position, the things that we were missing as children, I can add to her the things that we was missing. You know what I'm saying? And she can also give me that, what it is that I need, that love and affection and stuff like that. And also small little things and other things that I don't know about or whatever, because I focus my life on piety. What's up? So I focus my life on piety. I didn't focus my life on too much intricate stuff like knowledge, different kinds of knowledge, like how to do this or how to build this or fixing cars, or I didn't focus on those small little things of knowledge, knowing things, education or whatever you call it, science. I focused on piety. So now I'm in the phase of trying to learn things to bring in finances in my life. And one of the things was cable, the other thing was HVAC. So I have something under my belt that can bring in income. It's just my body breaking down, but I can still get back out there, and I need a reason to. Kiami would be that reason for me to go back out there into the world and grind. The younger people are so millennialed out. It's like I can't be the proper man that I need to be according to what the Most High want with them, because they function different. They see differently in life. It's like a young person telling their grandfather or that grandmother, things have changed, grandpa, or things change, grandma, things not the way they used to be, and trying to school you on how things is today, why they need to change the way they see things or whatever. When no, you don't. Things not supposed to change. Just because things are changing don't mean change. Rolling with the punches. No, duck. I know how life is supposed to be. The scriptures always tell you, return to the ancient paths. It didn't say life change, so let's move with the life changing. No, return to the ancient paths. So stop telling elder people how things are today and you need to understand. No, y'all need to shut up and learn from the elders that was here already. They saw everything already. And they see it changing. And they saw a lot more change before you came. Things just kept changing. And by the time you came, it changed so much that they're just tired of trying to tell the new next person that things is just because things change don't mean you change with it. And then the new next person come, you have children. You know what I'm saying? You the child, then you have grandchildren, then you have great-grandchildren. Now you got to tell the great-grandchildren, just because things changed don't mean you change with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, tired of telling the same person every time over and over that just because, you know what I'm saying? Then it gets disrespectful. You just start giving up after a while. Having to keep schooling young people too hard while they sit here trying to tell you about experiences that they experience in this little bit of stuff they experience, and trying to tell you what things is or what life is or how life is or whatever. It get crazy, yo. But yeah, yo. Bringing it back, yo. The reason why I'm just going hard about Kiami is because I really need somebody like her. She's like, when I listened to her video, it motivated me to get up and move and do something. But I had to stop myself. I don't want to do something unless it's going to be lifelong, and we too old to be playing. We about to be 40 years old. I'm 36, she's 35. We ain't got time to be playing, yo. Like, her time clock to have children is running down. You ain't got time to be playing. When you meet somebody that's worthy and worth it, you jump in it. You don't have time to be shopping like you used to when you was younger. Like, oh, he lives, oh, he like it. And you spend all your life trying to shop amongst men. looking at pretty looks and skills and this and that, to the point where you end up with nothing. You end up with no one. You're just still there. And you just getting older and older and older. And that's what's happening. I'm 30. Like, yo, and she's sitting there with no children, looking for somebody with genuine love, but you don't want to lower your standard because you know if you do that, it's a lose-lose. If you do that, already is nobody out here like that. So if you lower your standard to be with anybody, that's going to be worse than finding somebody. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be worse than waiting so long and not having anything or anyone. It's going to be way worse. Your life is going to be a mess. So her talking about raw love and stuff like that is just general. But it can also be applied intimately if you find someone that you can be sacredly married to in the name of the Most High Creator. Like, these things are things that she would want to know. Like, who is the true person that we're supposed to be praying into? Because you understand that with the true Creator, the true name you calling on, comes true power. You know what I'm saying? And life will just work out the way it's supposed to work out. It's crazy, yo. And it's like, I wouldn't even add her Instagram page if I didn't watch Bird Box and saw Miss Honey get hit by the Mack truck or the dumpster. She got hit by the truck. Like, what? So I ended up going back to Matilda looking for Kiami and found her Instagram page and added it to my thing. And then she just started saying a lot of wild stuff. And I remember that she was my third crush. And I was like, hey, yo, I only had 3 crushes. Only had 3 crushes in my life. As I got older, I just kind of was like, whatever. She looked nice or whatever, but whatever. But crush meant like a woman that you would marry and be puppy loved up with and live the rest of your life together. That's what it meant back in the day, you know. But I don't know what it mean now. You know what I'm saying? And it's like I don't have anybody that show that they really have that much love in me to want to live life with me and nothing like that. So I can't wait no longer either. I'm about to be 40. So it's like, all right, people might care about me or have a little emotions about me and stuff like that, but it ain't enough for them to get up and be like, yeah, let's be together until death do we part forever and ever. It's not that, because it's new people, like millennial people. They see life differently. You know what I'm saying? Their life is really based around iPhones and social media and internet stuff. They haven't really dealt with real people all their life or learned how to deal with people really. They just learned how to play games with people or just emotions and feelings and opinions. They don't really know the system of how to reason and how to conduct oneself amongst people, how to treat people, because you had to deal with people every day. In order to keep a balanced system, you needed to know the rules of communication, the rules of confrontation. You say it with rules to it. You just don't come to somebody, you just don't do anything or feel. This is crazy. So anyway, this is me. I guess I'm not shooting my shot because that could be taken the wrong way, but you know what I'm saying, this is me, you know what I'm saying, taking a step. You know what I'm saying, taking a step at Kiami to be like, maybe me. Like, you got all these people, this man take a step, no, not him, this man take a step, no, no, and I'm like right there, like taking a step. I know my worth or whatever the case, but it's like, at the same time, I know that she could be at my level. She can be at my level or whatever. I'm just hiding right now with crazy clothes on and stuff. I'm hiding myself, my royalty, I'm hiding it. I am looked at by the world as royalty of the black people, but they don't see that. So since our black people is like that, we look down at each other like, who is you? Like, look at your life. Like, we are in America, enemy land. Ain't no way I can be a king or somebody of royalty in the land of our captivity anyway. As soon as they find out something like that, I'm gonna be the lowest person on the thing. As soon as they find out. So stop looking at just that. We are not in a comfortable place. So just to talk to them about that thing. But the rest of the world look at me like royalty because the way I speak, and they can tell because they not black too. So they on the outside looking in, they can see quicker the wisdom that I got. And not just the wisdom, they can just tell overall my energy, my character, my everything, that he is the one. And so they look at me like that as the king of, or the royalty of black people. Because I explained to them who we are, all of the stuff. I helped them. They be like, he's the one. He got power. He got spiritual power and everything. Why don't they see that? So I had to explain that to them too. So with that said, if I was with somebody like Kiami, I can open up again. Not just go to work, but I can open up all the way again and lift her up with me. And then the rest of the world can look at me as like, and then look at her like, wow, you got somebody. Now you can, okay, now we can look at both of y'all. Like, you got somebody of honorable caliber right next to you, to where the women can listen to her and the men can listen to me. And that's what we need to keep this thing going again, to get this thing pushing again. Can't deal with somebody that's still stuck in not knowing how to communicate, still being silly, real childish, still struggling with demons and stuff. Like, let them learn. You know what I'm saying? It's not a disrespect thing. It's more like you just messed up somewhere. You need to fix yourself, and you think you okay, but you're not. You know, and it's more like I need somebody that's like how Kiami is, calm and cool, collect, not playing games, don't joke, looking for love, desperate, but at the same time, not letting that run her life. You know what I'm saying? It's like you're a cricket fading away, but letting people know that you're fading away in a humble way. But if I got to, I'm just going to fade. I'm not going to run out there and jump through hoops for somebody. And that's how I am too. Not jumping through hoops for nobody. It's just that I haven't went live with it yet. Because I was going to go live with Kiami, but that's a big deal. That's like, yo, like when I was young, you just not going to be with or walk up to the girl off Matilda and just talk to her. Like, you're not going to talk to her like 3LW. You're not going to talk to none of the girls from 3LW on their level. Like, you just not, I don't care what you is or who you is. Like, today, you can talk to celebrities out of nowhere and live them and stuff like that. Back then, you couldn't. They just on TV in a whole nother caliber and a whole nother bracket. Like, Raven-Symoné, you're not going to walk up on Raven-Symoné like, hey, what's up with you? You ain't going to feel that thing. Like, it's just crazy now. People just think they life forgot who people was for real. It's not going to do that. But still, with Kiami, is I guess I feel like a stronger connection to where I'm even talking about it. Like, that's like, you just don't talk to Kiami like, what's wrong with you? That's off Matilda. What you talking about? So what happens is she wanted to go live, and what happened was I said I will go live with you, but I don't have a topic to talk about. So if I have a topic, I can go live with her, and it won't look like a dull moment like crickets and like, dang, yo, you gonna say something or what? Like, that's what happened when you go live with people and you don't have nothing to say. No topic. Like, what's the topic we will talk about first, and then we can talk. So we won't be sitting there looking in the camera at each other, like, having all kinds of feelings and emotions, like, I don't trust this person because he ain't saying nothing, but really got a lot of stuff to say. It was just that you are who you are. You know what I'm saying? Still, people be still kind of starstruck or whatever the case, you know. But it's like a person that you got a crush on, that you see that you have potential to be with, and you don't want to ruin it, even on any level, not even just a friendship level, not even just the acquaintance level. Do you want to ruin anything because you want to be that potential person to be with you, or you want to be that guy? I don't know, somebody else jumping in. What's up? You want to be that guy, you know what I'm saying, to be with her or whatever. So yeah, that's my step forward to Kiami. Like, I'll probably send a message or shoot her a message or something, because we understand we can talk all day long on social media, because we know the ending or the goal of the matter is meeting each other face to face. And when you meet each other face to face, you know that you're so genuine that you don't care what people think or how people feel. That's how it is. When you are always watched by people and stuff like that, you have no type of conviction about your life. You know that when you're talking to somebody to try to be with them, you have no ill intention. So you don't care who know. You don't care who see your messages. You don't care if people say what they gotta say. Like, give them a chance. You know how to deal with people. We learned the rules of communication back in the 80s. We learned from our elders how to conduct ourselves with people, how to communicate, how to reason. So we don't get afraid when somebody want to talk to us or when somebody want to meet us. We know how to do things like, all right, meet in a public place or something like that. Or I'll meet you with some friends or this, that, or let's meet at this place. Or what? We know how to do things to get around things when you really love somebody, especially when you really, truly want to be loved and you're truly looking for a relationship and a sacred marriage. You know how to deal with that. You know how to, you know what I'm saying, communicate with people to meet people. When you want to do something, you definitely do anything to meet a person. You do anything in your power to get that thing that you want, or be around that person that you want to be with. You know what I'm saying? So that's all it really is. Nobody really need to be taught that. But when you talking about genuine love and genuine relationships and stuff, it's not so hard. Even if you're a celebrity, it's not hard. People just be making excuses and stuff. And too many options and stuff like that. So anyway, with Kiami, yo, we getting old, yo. So I'm taking my step forward because I hear her cry. You know what I'm saying? I'm lonely, she lonely. Everybody be trying to know who you is, or everybody know who you is and care about you, but not caring enough to want to be a part of your immediate life, to be married to you or nothing like that, or have children with you and raise your children up and put candles out here in the world. Nobody care that much. You know what I'm saying? And yes, I deserve her. I deserve somebody like Kiami. She deserves somebody like me. You know what I'm saying? You just might not know that or whatever. But anyway, with that said, I'm going to end back with her video. And that's that.
Love each other if we don't show each other how much we love each other, right? And I know I can only speak for myself. When I say I love, I mean it. I love hard. I love consistently. I love very, very thoroughly. And when I say that I love you, when I say I care, when I say I am there, I mean it. There's no strings attached. There's no hidden agenda. There's no hidden meaning behind what I'm saying. It just, that's what it is. So I have definitely learned to, of course, use discernment and obviously pray for that. Because no, you're not necessarily wanting to be in the position to be taken advantage of, and that is not the goal here. However, the goal is to not necessarily always be so guarded because you're afraid and because you feel like you don't deserve it. Again, all those naysayers and all those people that were in your ear that told you that you weren't worth it, that told you that you didn't deserve it, that told you that you wouldn't be anything without them or without their support or whatever the case may be. And look at you, thriving, flourishing, blessed. So now our job and our obligation is to just pass that true love on to those that we know need it, that we know are in our corner, that we know that honestly and truly love us, and just take it for again that raw love that it is. Not looking for again that raw love that it is. Not looking